we're going to take a look at your control panel or cpanel. Pretty much any hosting site is going to give you a cpanel option to work with, and in here is all kinds of information, all kinds of different things that you can add to your website. We've got them usually divided up. We've got partners, promotional, preferences, mail, files, logs, security, domains, databases, software and services, and then some advanced stuff. So the first thing that you're going to want to look at when you go into Bluehost is you're going to want to look at the video tutorials. And the video tutorials are in your preference bar under how-to videos. Now there are all kinds of nice short little tutorials in here on how to use different parts of your cpanel, including email, creating FTP accounts, pretty much anything that we have an option for, we've got a little tutorial in there to show you how to use it. One of the great things about the cpanel is that you can actually go in and you can collapse those parts that you don't use as often. So it ends up cleaning it up, and it's easier to find the icons that you do use. Another great thing about it is that these are actually drag and drop. So let's say that you want to bring your preferences up. If you put your arrow over the top of the gray part of the box, you'll see it turns into a four-way arrow. Just click and pull it, and you'll see that it's following you, and then drop it wherever you need it to go. So that makes it a lot easier to use the cpanel, because then you can not need to look at the things that you don't use as often. Now let's take a look at the email accounts, and we do that in the mail section. Now you can set up an email account by clicking on the email accounts box, and it allows you to go ahead and make the email address, make a password, and it shows you how weak or how strong your password is. Remember, it's always going to make your password stronger if you have letters and numbers or symbols in there. Or you can choose the password generator. Then you'll right-click and drag across to copy. You'll click I have copied this password in a safe place, and you'll choose Use Password. You also need to fill out your mailbox quota. So you can either put in how many megabytes of email you want to be open, or you can click on Unlimited. Once you're done doing your email account, you can go back into cpanel. And another thing that I'm going to show you how to do is how to add subdomains and add-on domains. But this is just going to be a quick tutorial in those. A subdomain is an extension of your main domain, and you use this to create a new folder. So let me click on that and I'll show you what I mean. If I were to create a subdomain here, let's just say I'm going to call it tutorials, that means that people can go straight to the tutorials part of my website. And when I click in the document root box, it's going to automatically add that as a new folder in my public HTML folder. And then you can just go ahead and click create. And then a screen will come up showing you that that particular subdomain has been created. And now I'm going to show you the add-on domains. The add-on domains are basically when you have a whole new site that you're using your server space for. And for this, you would just use a domain that's already associated with your account or that isn't associated with your account. You'd have to verify ownership, and then choose if you want it add-on or parked. An add-on domain name points to a different subdirectory of your account, and then the parked domain is a domain name that points to the same directory as your primary domain. Then you would choose an add-on directory and subdirectory, and go ahead and click Add Domain. Now, since we're using this as part of a WordPress tutorial, I'm going to show you the Fantastico Deluxe option. And this is software that will allow you to access and install open source scripts such as your WordPress. So in here, it's going to allow you to choose which of the open source scripts you want to use. So we're just going to go ahead and click on WordPress, and it wants you to go to Simple Scripts. It's then going to tell you more about WordPress, and this is going to be WordPress 3.0. And it's going to give you installation for a new service or an import for an existing installation. So you would just go ahead and choose which one of those you need. Next, I'm going to show you a function called Stats, and this is going to show you your statistics, how many people are visiting your website, where they're from, things like that, how long they stayed there. And the Stats is right here in the logs. So that's a quick tutorial on your cPanel and some of the functions in there. It's always a good thing to go in and kind of do some exploring on your own. You can watch the videos or you can just click and see what you can come up with for your site.